when I tried to get there, the Cinno is simply unlistenable. The bass sounds like somebody is playing with some spoons and a plastic bucket. Hello, welcome back. This is a video for the Ziigaat Cinno. I'm not going to yell Ziigaat like I did on the Nuo because I'm not feeling it on this one. Now, I'm going to ask for some likes, please, on my future videos so I can grow my channel. Please. That would be nice. So let's talk about the Cinno. Now, this one is a hybrid. It is a 5-driver per side unit, so it uses a 110mm LCP dynamic driver and 4 BAs, 2 for the mid-highs and 2 for the ultra-highs. Now, if you watched my Nuo video, I was very much taken by that driver. And getting this Cinno, and thank you again, Canucks Audioholics group. Just a bunch of weird Canadians sharing some gear between us so we can help you with our impressions. Bunch of audiophile geeks, you might say, freezing our ass off in the Great White North. Anyway. The shells themselves, I don't know what happened, honestly. They went from the nice black of the Nuo to this weird dull gray. It just looks cheap. Where I liked having where the Ziigaat was on one side and the Nuo was on the other side, this one just says exactly the same. And there is absolutely no markings whatsoever to say left or right. It just looks and feels like it sounds, which is cheap. That was harsh, but I'll explain. Now, I've just received the IMs by themselves and no stock cables, so none of my impressions would be for those, but it really doesn't matter because on this set I had to use my rescue cable, which is an IVIPQ gold and silver cable. I use this cable as a rescue cable for IMs that need some fixing. And I like the sound quality very much to bring out some bottom end without adding any of the top end and to help the mid-range out. I've also paired mine with, after doing much tip rolling, my rescue tips, which are JVC spiral dots, which I find in the upper mids help tame some of that down. Now, which is funny. Okay, so let's start off. Let's start off, this one is a bit weird, with some track impressions, and it'll kind of make sense as I go along. So, Instant Crush by Natalie Imbruglia. On low volume, so I started on low volume, and they sound quite balanced, a quite chill IM to listen to. And as I get to liking some sound, I start turning it up. And then the shit hit the fan. You get so at low to low mid volume, it sounds decent, but the problem is the bottom end bass is I'll describe it in the next song. But what happens when you get to turn this thing up in order to get some bottom end happening, like there should be in this song, you get some really honky mids. You get some really congested. They're all mooshed together and quite sibilant. It was a huge nope in capital letters. Next song, Wrecked by Imagine Dragons. I know, okay. So again, really on low mid volume, nice mellow chill vocals, nice, quite balanced. It's more mid-centric. You hear really nothing but vocals. In order to get the bass, you need to turn it up. And when you turn it up, on low volumes, the bass sounds like somebody is playing with some spoons and a plastic bucket. That's what the bass sounds like. When you turn it up, then it actually has some decent, nice bottom end bass, but everything else on the upper mids, and treble just, again, muddy, congested. I had 3 more songs, and basically Slow Grenade, Ellie Goulding, I just wrote same as above. When I got to Young San Na playing Enter Sandman, this is where my listening stopped. This song has the nuances in her voice and the way the micro details play out. Or should play out in this case. And when I tried to get there, the Cinno is simply unlistenable to me. In that song, I mean, it just sounds cheap and low res. And I'm sorry if I'm coming across really tough on this one, but I hate it. Which is weird because I really love the new one. I was expecting big things, right? Take that, I don't know if it's the same driver, but take that driver, add 4 BAs, you should get nicer resolution. You should get, actually, hold on. I'm going to stop for a second. I'm going to pull up something and I want to read it to you, okay? Give me a sec. Okay, bear with me here. So, this is from the Linzol website. And I don't know who wrote this. Could be them. Could be the Ziigaat. Not sure. The Ziigaat Cinno is a hybrid in-ear monitor featuring a 10mm liquid crystal polymer dynamic driver for powerful bass and 4 balanced armature drivers for optimum audio quality, meticulously tuned for a balanced tonal signature and designed with a tiny ergonomic shape for comfortable and extended listening sessions. Well, I think there's 2 true statements in that. One, that it has a 10mm LCP driver, I'm assuming, unless it's Tangzhou with driver gate. And the other one is the tiny, comfortable shape for long, extended listenings. The rest of it, not so much. Now, let's go one further and say the hybrid... right. Yeah. Again, hybrid driver configuration. The Cinno combines 2 driver technologies. Blah blah blah. The high diaphragm tension allows faster transient speeds in the lows for fast and deep bass slams. The BA drivers are divided into 2 classes. One's for the high mid BAs, one blah, blah, blah. This configuration is the most optimal for efficient strategy to achieve the highest audio quality while minimalizing total harmonic distortions across the entire frequency range. That statement should be true. The Cinno doesn't do it, though. Intricate tonal balance. The reason I'm reading this out is because marketing guys are different from the people who actually listen to the shit. Because if you did, you couldn't spew this verbal diarrhea out. You really couldn't. The Ziigaat team has undergone painstaking engineering strategies to achieve a perfect tonal balance in the Cinno. The drivers are engineered together using passive crossover networks to achieve a uniform and harmonious sound on low volumes. The sub bass and lows are powerful, but are restricted to the respective frequency ranges to prevent spillover and muddying into the sound. Yep, okay. The mids have a slight warmth while still maintaining relative neutrality. Yeah, I'll kind of give that to you. This means the fundamental instrument and vocal ranges are natural, clean, and accurate to real life, but without being too sterile either. So, what, monitor tuning? The treble is executed to perfectly match the human ear's pinna response with a crisp peak at 3K that slowly decays according to the target curvatures. This means the Cinno is extremely accurate and detailed, but never fatiguing or shrill. The Cinno is tuned according to the most optimal balanced tonal signature that is appropriate for both audiophile and profession on stage usage. I didn't make that last part up. That was me. Anyway, enough of the marketing speak because I don't agree with any of that. Again, on low mid volumes, the Cinno sounds decent, but at any one time, my brain, with comparison to other IAMs that I have here, it doesn't sound high res. It sounds low res. And when you turn it up, it goes from low res to shit res. That's what it goes to. Enough with that. So you got my impression of what the Cinno sounds like. Definitely not recommended. I don't find any redeeming qualities whatsoever about this IAM whatsoever, and especially at $100. No. No. In comparison to the Ziigaat EM6L, also not a perfect IAM either. They really, really should listen to some people and turn down the upper mids. And yes, it's an easy fix with a nozzle filter. 400, 500 level nozzle filter fixes everything. I'm using a pure OFCC gold plated cable, no silver, to tune that down. And I'm using the 07 tips. Worked really well. Again, just it's like a medium bore tip. Quite like it, and it fits nicely. So, how did the EM6L do against the Cinno? Well, garbage level, resonance, high res. You can easily hear vocals. The timbre, the tonality of the vocals is way better pitch. And instruments come to play, strings come to play, bass comes to play, bass guitar. I could go on. Okay? That's at, what, $109 for the EM6L? And then if you spend, say, $60 more, the HOOPLA PAO2 with, again, one dynamic driver and one balanced armature wipes the floor. Blood everywhere with a mop over the other two. You don't need to fix anything. You don't need to filter anything. You don't need to... Oh my God, guys. Honestly, on the Cinno, I've never flip-flopped on so many different sources, you know? X-Duo, iBasso, where's my dongle case? Yeah. Even the Shandling, too warm, too bright, no. Anyway, enough about the killing of the Cinno. I didn't kill it. It did it itself. It kind of, and then there's some new Ziigaats that are out in the market without any frequency graphs. Still, they're selling them, the Dinocido or whatever it's called as well. I almost pulled the trigger. I almost bought that one, and then it was like, nope. I heard this one, and I'm extremely gun shy. It's so, yeah, you won't see a review anytime soon on that one. And yeah, and I would also caution you, just as another note, and I don't know if Ziigaat is there has been a lot, and I've looked at Squiglink of the Nuo, the Cinno, and a lot of them have channel imbalance, which kind of tells me that this company may have QC control issues and or don't try to channel balance between a single dynamic. There is no excuse, absolutely none, to have a left and a right that couldn't be channel balanced correctly if they come out of the factory with proper QC. I don't think Ziigaat is doing it at this point. I think there was a lot of hype created to... I say no more. There was a lot of pre-hype. Yeah. That's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed and learned a little bit. Normally I wouldn't have wasted my time doing a video on this set, but I just think I would share one of the ones that I didn't think that was very good. You can't have all bangers, right? So there you go for this one. Thanks much. Just Tone Deaf Muck. I'm out for now. Throw that like up there.